What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here, bringing you the Lightning Collection Dino Thunder Black Ranger. So, I know I'm super late to this review. I've had this for a couple of months now, but I had this whole move that I went through, and I'm just now getting back to reviewing, so please forgive me. But if I recall, I believe Dino Thunder Black was one of the figures announced early this year during one of Hasbro's streams, and I believe I recall them mentioning that they were working on this before the unfortunate passing of JDF, so I'm not quite sure how much input he may have had on this beforehand, kind of like with the Master Morpher. But I don't know, he might have had some say so, but don't quote me on that though. But as you can see, you have accessories on the back there that he comes with. Full name on the bottom, Tommy Oliver. And of course, with the windowless packaging, you just have a shot of the figure on the front as well as the artwork. Alright, so as with recent tradition, he comes out of the box with his civilian head, and if I have to judge by the likeness, I mean, it might come off in person better than it does on camera, but I think they pretty much nailed the likeness of JDF here. Now, accessories, comes with his brachial staff, 2 extra hands, the lightning effect, and then you can't forget the helmet. So taking another look at him, he pretty much looks like he stepped off the set of the show. I mean, joints aside, this looks very, I don't know, what's the word for it? Body accurate, physically accurate? But I don't know, it looks like Dino Thunder Black. What more can I say? Now, looking at the paint job, though, I noticed that, once again, they have those unpainted morphers, which, if we're paying $25 to $30 for these figures, I want that morpher painted. It's just kind of weird that's left blank, which it's not the end of the world. It's a tiny detail, but still something I would like to see filled in. Looking at articulation, so you should know the drill by now. Foot swivels, boot cuff. I almost didn't think that would work. Knee bend. Leg swivel. Further up the leg. Wrist. Elbow. Shoulder. Butterfly joints. And thankfully that's not hindered by the shoulder pads. He's got an ab crunch, torso swivel, and the head on the ball joint. Now coming over to poses, here he is with his brachial staff, which mine's a bit warped, so that's going to need a hair dryer and some ice. Effects piece added. And here's the extra hands, which I believe this is a reference to that one pose he hit when he first morphed into Dino Thunder Black. And just so I can get a shot of him holding his helmet, here he is once again with the civilian head. So with that being said, we now have another complete team under our belt, and this is another one of those that took pretty long for us to get through, because I think the first one we ever got was white, and he of course had the problems with the decals on his helmet. Then I think it was red. Then blue came in another wave. Then yellow, I think, was late last year. And then Tommy, of course, properly finishes it off. So, final thoughts. Dino Thunder Black is a pretty standard release as far as Lightning figures go, because there's nothing necessarily outright I can say that's bad about him, other than, once again, unpainted morphers. But the look and feel, he feels pretty standard. Doesn't feel too cheap or he's gonna break. And he just looks like, one of the suit actors from the show. So that's really all I can say. So as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to like my Facebook page, Midwest Tokusatsu. We are also on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And this is Midwest Tokusatsu, signing out.